Hi everyone, how are you? Today is Friday. Today is Friday the 19th and we are here, but we have some updates to get through. So first of all, updates on the quilts. So I just had Mona's to do. We added this one and this one, but you guys should know, I know I mentioned it before, and here, we'll go here so you can see. First of all, check that out. We ran out of room. We ran out of room, so I've started putting them here. We have maybe 12-ish left to go before the quilt's at an end. But here's the thing. As you guys know, I've had to cut down on streaming just because the kids' schedules, as it is, little Emily is home today sick. So things have gotten incredibly busy in the last 6 months, which leaves me not a whole lot of time. So anyway, the point is, since we have lessened the streams to once a week, it didn't seem fair to keep the stream or keep the prices what they were in the quilt. And I just realized I forgot to say my hellos. So we have Marcy, Miss Guns, Donna, let's see, Linda, hello, Dawn, or I said Donna, but I meant Dawn. Anyway, hi Dawn. Kara, hello, Mona, hello. Let's see, I think we got everyone there already. But anyway, yes, so Mona, here's the thing. So you redeemed your 2, but it took me a while to get them done. And I hadn't had it done when I changed the prices a few days ago. And I'm like, this is so silly. I haven't even had a chance to do hers yet. And yet she had to pay full price. So you will see, Mona, that you have been refunded some points because I have cut the prices for everything in the shop for the quilt in half because I cut our streaming by half. So anyway, there are a few spots left on the quilt. I need to double check because I have the same amount listed for both the vinyl and the embroidery, but it's not like there's double of each of those. Let me look and see what I have for the shop here. So we have, looks like we have 13 remaining, and I have 13 marked on both, and I did them differently because they're different prices. So it's not that we have 26 slots left. We have 13 slots left. So once they're gone, is your square full? You have room for 2 more. You have room for 2 more on here. So yeah, once those 13 are gone, then all will be left are the charms. But if you have been saving up for a specific whatever, the prices are in half now. So go ahead and keep that in mind. Hi, Kara. Kara. Oh my gosh. my brain's not braining well today. Yes, of course. So if you have, like I said, I've been keeping an eye on something you want for your square, prices are half now since my streaming is half. Will we get back to 2 times a week? I just don't know at this point. Like every time a Wednesday has come by, I'd be like, I'm just like, it's a good thing I'm not doing Wednesdays anymore because there are so many Wednesdays. Yay, Kara, yay. There are so many Wednesdays. Kara, okay, cool. There's somebody also named Kara, and I've had to correct myself on that. So my brain immediately corrected myself that it's not Kara, it's Kara. Like, I've spoken to you for however long you've been here, and this is the first time I fudged it up. It's just my brain's been doing awesome. But yeah, I mean, I've been doing lots of, because it's not live stuff, like I do a lot of the shorts now. In fact, I was going to show you guys tend to get a little bit, hi Natalie, of a sneak preview of what the finished pages are. So I'll brighten that just a little bit. So I have part 3 of our current, what are we on? We're on episode 15. So awesome, Miss Scones. Quilt option 1. I'm actually going to keep that up so as we're going, I can edit to make sure that it stays the same. Because if 26 people or 25 now do it, I'll be like, I don't have the space on the quilt for that. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to edit this one and I'm going to move that one down to 12. Okay. Yeah, because I worked out the pattern for it. I don't know if it will, if I've moved it Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, so that is what the final pattern for it's going to be, because I realized once I figured it out, I had less purple than I did green. So anyway, this is going to be the final layout of the quilt. So yeah, super exciting. Anyway, so you guys can have a little sneak peek of what the final episode will be. So of course we did the kind of chocolatey one, and then this one is the one we worked on. So it was really interesting. I planned to do it this way, but it's really curious to see the stats on each one of these. So here, we'll zoom in a little bit because we're getting a little bit of a light glare. So the top one I did ErgoSoft, and I kept it really simple because I have the insights. Hi, Michelle. Insights meaning the statistics, meaning you know, how many engagements, how many views, you know, basically how well the reel did. This one didn't do so great. It didn't do so great. And I had already planned on doing this, but it's just really interesting for me to see. Good morning, Christina. This one did a little bit better. And I think people are starting to pick up on kind of what I was doing, because this bottom one, this one is kind of like, each one is like level 1, level 2, level 3. This one, I still need to edit, but it is done. So what we have is, this top one was just the ErgoSoft, and we did just our standard kind of bubble background, and you know, nice and simple, didn't think too hard. And then this one, we did the design journey. We have 36 in this set, 72 in this set. So I had the freedom to add a little bit more contrast, still the same color palette, but I do have a few extra reds and greens and whatnot to kind of balance it. And then we have this one, and I did these ones with the Staedtler Norris Aquarelle, and I forgot how good these are for a budget pencil. Now, I've been listing the names of the pencils I've been using here, but fun fact, and it's probably because I think technically the Norris Aquarelle are a student grade pencil, they don't have numbers or names on them. So I'm just gonna be like, well, take your best guess, because yeah, there's, oh wait, these ones are the design journeys. Never mind. I think I have the other ones in a cup. Anyway, but the point is the Aquarelle ones don't have names or numbers. So, but the difference is this one is done in even more detail, and we get slightly more realistic looking bubbles versus the standard bubble background. So anyway, this one will go up. I don't know when it'll go up. I'm going to work on editing it today. But again, with the kiddo homesick, oh, I swear I'm constantly playing catch up, you guys. It's something else. Anyway, the other update is after our last stream, I was so proud of myself. I finished this in a timely fashion, because history would tell you I wouldn't have it done yet. But I was loving the way it was turning out. Hi, Callie. And I feel like I would have done it a disservice if I had just put it in the pile of long abandoned whips. So yeah, that's all done. It's very exciting. All right, so now we are on to, let's see if this is somewhere safe over here. We are on to, thank you, Derwent drawing pencils. I'm wondering if people assume that when I put Derwent drawing that I had the big set. I do not. I do not. Part of me, so like I'm in touch with Derwent, but most all the sets that they have sent out to people, from what I gather, of course, I don't know, because the Art Gear Guide did a thing. Anyway, I'm wondering if it has to do with the tariffs and how much more it would send, because like Suzanne and Claire got a set, but also they're in the UK. So then they've got established relationships with Derwent anyway. But the point is, when it releases, I do plan to get it, but I am waiting because there isn't anywhere you can, I think you can pre-order it, or at least you can get it on Quilt Pens. Lindsay got a set. Lindsay Frugal Crafter? Oh, hey Paul, what's up? Oh, she's in the US, right? Because I did message them. Okay. Well, they probably just picked their people beforehand anyway. Doesn't matter. Anyway, the hit stores October 1st. Yeah, I'm really hoping so. Hi, Kenny. Sorry, I just popped my knuckles. So Paul, what's he doing? I don't know if you guys can see him. He keeps rubbing his face on there. Anyway, I don't know that there's really a pre-order in the US, because on Quilt Pens, it's at $211. And from what I understand, they included the tariff cost in the price. Because the regular 24 set runs, if you round up without tax, it runs about $52. Oh, I'll have to watch hers. It runs about $52, which would have put the 72 set. Old one is working, but wonder if any points. Switch this one. They're both me. Oh, the accounts. Yeah, just shoot me because honestly I forgot it since last time. So just shoot me a message whenever and let me know. Yeah, so from what I figured, based on the price of the 24 set one, that would have put the new 72 set at around 150. Quilt Pens, like I said, has it listed for $211, but if you're adding in the tariffs, there's that. But you hear so many stories now of people getting things shipped from overseas or sent or whatever else, and by the time it hits the US, like tariffs are just a nightmare. So I am waiting to see. I messaged Derwent to ask them if they have I assume they have a US distributor. I don't know. But if they're going to have a US distributor, if it's going to be coming, or if it's, we're going to need to order it from the UK, or, if there's going to be a price increase because of the tariffs. I don't know. If Lindsay made the video, total is $263 with duties and everything shipped. See, that's so... yeah, Marcy, I think that's what I'm going to do, because it's that extra $100, like... I'd rather get a whole new set of Derwent Life Vest. So I want these. I do. I have been saying for ages. And in fact, when there were hints as to what was getting released, I told Steve, I was just like, yeah, I don't know. Shannon, hi Anna, can you grab a link to Lindsay's thing? I'm actually, when you put it up there, I'm going to click it and put it in a tab to save it to Jackson's Art US will happen. Okay, cool. Shannon, can you pre-order those? I actually called my Jerry's Artorama in Austin, and I was like, hey, we got this new set coming out. Hi, Della. Are you guys going to have it in store? And they're a smaller store, so they said that they're not going to have it in store, but they'll probably have it on the website. So as much as I want it like day of release, I will probably be waiting until we have a US seller, because as much as I want them, I'm not willing to pay that extra $100. Thank you. Hang on, hopefully the sound doesn't immediately start playing. Let's see. Okay, it didn't. We're good, we're paused. I'm gonna mute this tab just in case. There we go. So can't pre-order there yet. Okay, so yeah, I am getting them. Like I said, I already told Steve, even before we knew this, I was having him, because I don't know what it was. My math skills were not mathing that day, but I told him, like, okay, hon, if the 24 set is $52, then how much would a 150 set be? I was thinking fairly grandiose and, wishful thinking, a full 150 or 120 or whatever else. Anyway, so when we got the number, I was like, okay, a 72 set would be about $150. So that is what I'm holding out hope for. Obviously, I'll still have to pay regular tax here just because I'm in Texas, state tax. But I'm holding out hope for that closer to 150 price. But whenever it's available, right? I know I saw so many more blues. But yeah, so I am gonna get them. Like I said, I already informed. Well, but if it's 150 already, like even if it's on Amazon, most of the places like the, like Jackson's or Jerry's or whatever, or even Blick, if you hit that price point, on Blick, I think it's like $69 for free shipping. Because of the price, I have a feeling that it'll be free shipping wherever we end up ordering for. So I'm not too worried or concerned about the shipping or anything. So yes, honestly, they are going to blow themselves out of the water with this. It's going to be amazing. I mean, how long have we wanted a legitimate, good set of muted tones? Like, I know that Castle Art kind of tried to do it with theirs, but I'll be honest, was not a fan. They didn't blend well. I mean, these are professional, the Derwent drawing pencils. These are professional grade, light, fast pencils. How we don't already have a professional grade of light fast pencils in a muted palette. I don't even know. Maybe it's just because there just wasn't enough popularity. But I was watching, what was it? It was Claire's, I think. I was watching Claire's video on it. And like, most likely this has been in production for at least a year before they put it out. Already on back order in Quilt pens last time I looked. Not surprised at all. But yes, so I will be getting it. However, okay, wait a minute. I'm seeing lots of purple hearts. Is there a story behind the purple hearts? I feel like I missed something. But I will be waiting until it is available in the US and hopefully at a slightly more comfortable price point than $268 or $211. So I'm gonna wait. But in the meantime, oh, Angela loves purple. I don't know why. I just noticed it today. I was like, wait, why is it purple hearts? What? Anyway, so we're gonna wishful thinking and living vicariously with the Derwent drawing that we have. I mean, I'll keep you guys posted if I get any confirmation from Derwent about the US side of the pencils. I sent them the message yesterday around like 10 o'clock my time, but they're like 6 hours ahead, so. The new color cubes? Oh, she did mention that, didn't she? I have no plans to at the, oh, I'm sorry. I keep cracking my knuckles. I apologize. I should not be doing that with next to a mic. Yeah, the new Derwent drawing. I haven't really, I mean, I could, but yeah, I don't know. We got birthdays and Christmas coming up, and if I'm already getting pencils, that's sort of my self-allotted stipend of extra items. I still need to get Christine Karen's Little Folk too. She hasn't launched them yet. Okay. But yeah, so we are going to live vicariously. Now we have a good portion of you in here too. Just as a reminder, quilt items in the quilt shop have been cut in half 50%. So if you have been saving for a square or charms for your square or whatever else, we have 12 squares left from the quilt. And like I said, point prices are cut in half now since my streaming has been cut in half. So yeah, there's that. All right. Moving on, because I'm sure we will discuss these more. Oh, I want to get my hands on it so bad. Anyway, so today we are coloring actually my illustration. So this is one I made for fall. It's a little pumpkin fairy village. And in fact, all of the coloring pages in my shop at the moment, I've got the link for it pinned at the top of chat. All of my coloring pages in my shop are on sale at the moment. So if there's any you've been keeping an eye on. I also, for this one, I have a download of I just labeled it light lines because it's not grayscale. It's not grayscale, but so there's two different versions. There is the straight up black and white version, and then I printed it because I like to color them with lighter lines anyways. So this is like taking the opacity down to like 35%. Sounds good. Oh, I'm so glad, Christina. So yeah, anyway, this page is in my shop. That is what we're going to be coloring today. And yeah, we're going to be using the Derwent drawing pencils. Figure it's got a selection of nice fall colors. But again, I'm anxiously waiting because look at these pencils. They're getting too small for comfort. I'm so excited about the blues. Like, I'll have to make a new... Oh, you know what? I should check Claire or Suzanne's videos or message one of them. See if they can get me a list of the color names and numbers so I can get a swatch chart made for it. Will I rearrange them when I get my hands on them? Possibly. But if people are wanting them, I can make a swatch chart for this. So I'm gonna make a note of that. Hang on. Oh, actually, I have my tiny little sticky notes right here. Come out, sticky notes. This containers. I've got this little container of like office supply stuff, but it's like teeny, teeny, tiny. Okay. Set of the drawing pencils. I do that. Yeah, same. Hi, Chrissy. Yeah, and that's what I've got right now is the 25 set. Okay, we're going to let's see. Derwent drawing, color chart, Suzanne Claire. I'll have to ask one of them if they can share the list with me. And then that way I've got the chart all ready to go for whenever people start getting them. Sit here and wait with us peasants? No one's peasant. Are you kidding me? I have just now started like communicating with Derwent. Like, for how long they have this planned out, like I wasn't gonna get a set. Like, I wasn't expecting that at all. But you know, this is me just building my relationship with them now. You know, like I said, what was it last time or something? I was telling Steve, I was just like, most of the time, like I send out, like if somebody wants me to do stuff, I'd be like, okay, cool, but I'm not working for free. I will work for free and in fact pay them to let me work for them. Oh, Callie, awesome. Oh, for the color list? Oh, yay. Okay, cool, cool, cool. I'm ready for astronomical fall to arrive on. Oh, you emailed them too. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Yay. All right, well then I will go ahead and get that chart out, which is hilarious because I haven't done like charts in ages. It's been so low on my list, but I was like, I'm sorry. New Derwent? Yes, praise. But yeah, I am really excited. And it's just so nice because like they heard what the community wanted and the community's getting it, you know? I kept wiping my paper because I'm seeing something on the screen over here, but it's just a tiniest little fleck on my actual screen. It's not on the page. Okay, so like I said, if you can't see the gray lines very well, this is the most recent kind of fall page that I put out. Like I said, these are on sale in the Etsy shop now. Not on sale as in, well, I mean, I am selling them, but they are on sale as in they are discounted at the moment. I believe I have the sale running through Sunday. So if you want to get your hands on this one, I printed out the light line version because that is what I like to do. So let's jump on in. We don't have too many greens. I can't wait to get more greens. We don't have too many greens, but we're going to start with our oranges. So we could also do like a white pumpkin. How cute actually would a white pumpkin be with this little mushroom cap? Hang on, I want to look up the colors for a white pumpkin. Let's see. What are we dealing with here? There's a little bit of yellow to it. Yeah, let's actually start with that. We're going to do this one as a white pumpkin and it'll have a red cap to it. So let's start with, we're doing a white pumpkin. We're definitely going to grab wheat, which is 5715. That's yellow ochre. There it is. Wheat. Which sharpener do I want to use with this? You know, we'll probably use, do I want to use this one? It's just not as sharp and I don't want it to eat up these. So we'll probably go and use the doll. Welcome back. Reminds me of Cinderella. I could see that for sure. Well, when I started drawing it, I knew I wanted like, you know, because you guys know me, I love my fairy theme and everything. And I was just like, well, this is adorable. They're like stacked little apartments. I called it fairy apartment pumpkin building thing. All right, let's also get pale cedar. Pale cedar. There it is, 4125. But yeah, I am super excited to start seeing what people are doing with these pages. It's gonna be so fun. Or not the pages, the well, yes, it'd be fun to see people doing things with the pages, but I mean the pencils. Let's get a little bit of the Solway blue. Okay, and we're definitely gonna do the white, obviously, and let's get the Solway blue. Let's get a little bit of the warm gray. Let's see, that's the cool gray, warm gray. Here we go. And maybe just a bit of the green shadow. That's crag green. Green shadow, there we go. Okay, we finally got all of our pencils. I suppose we could do a blue cap instead of a red one. The blue would look really nice with the, also, I know it's super silly, but for whatever reason, as soon as I drew this flower, I was like, I love this flower. Like, I really do. I don't know what it is about it, but I love it. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's actually start with our green shadow. Now, I've got these open windows, and in fact, I think I want to have them be where the light is on. So let's actually get the yellow ochre. And I want to lay down, thanks. I want to lay down my glow portions first. So we're gonna very lightly kind of do the right-hand side. Obviously, we'll have some glow here, here, and then let's see. This is going to have glow also because this is meant to be a light, although you could color it like an acorn or something, but I'm going to start with shading in that glow there, and then we're going to do some on here as well. Curve that just a bit, and of course we'll have some glow there and there. Let's see. Is the music off? I can't even hear it. Oh, it's because it's a quieter one. Okay. Yeah, so the festival is coming up. Let's see. All right, what are we going to start with? Green shadow. The festival is coming up next month. So I was just like, my plan this week was I was going to load up all of my plein air stuff because, like, I can paint as much as I want at home, but I really need to be out and about because I'm not going to be able to just like work off of a photo for the festival. You know, I got to choose a place, which I haven't even chosen. I haven't even chosen yet where I'm going to paint because I'm doing the quick draw, so the 2-hour painting, and then I'm doing the 3-day one, and I haven't picked any of my spots yet. So my hope this week was to load up my stuff and go start to get some practice in, and then this week kind of just imploded on everything, just family stuff and whatever else, and I was like, all right, well, that's my week out the window. My parents should be here next week, but I'm kind of hoping that if I can get things situated what I need to do, I'm hoping maybe Monday. If not, I think I might have to wait until the following week. But either way, I am excited to go get involved with that again. They're doing it later this year because, my goodness, was it warm last year. It was so warm. I even had like a little umbrella attached to my easel and everything. But yeah, it was crazy warm. Make sure we're in focus there. So I am excited to go get that done. I think it should be a lot of fun. I didn't submit any paintings to the actual gallery show this time because, I'll be honest, there just has not been time. Yeah, it's great. The way they're doing things, we actually get to see them a couple times a year now versus just once a year. So the kids are loving it. Making the round the country visit to all the grandkids. Oh, you know what? I forgot to add the yellow glow for this one too. Go a little bit there. Okay. What was I using? I think I was using the... Oh, I was using the green shadow. Plus, they're bringing the sewing machine, the treadle sewing machine. I'm going to probably rearrange things a little bit so I can give it a nice place of honor, so to speak. All right, let's do pale cedar. But it's so funny, you know, so I go to pick up Steve in the evening, and I forget sometimes that when I'm just, you know, here or I'm doing stuff with the kids. How many grandkids are there? No, how many? Hold on. 13, I think? 13 grandkids? But like 10 of them are all in the same state. There's a lot of grandkids. Let's see, pale cedar. I mean, there's 4 of us, there's 4 of us, but yeah, it's not quite an even split. One of my sisters is carrying the bulk of that. Thanks. This one is, I actually used this tiny little baby OPI for my base color, and then I used Citrus Punch for the top. But yeah, they like to go around and see all the grandkids and everything. It's usually pretty nice, a pretty nice visit. Or what was I going? I had pale cedar. That's what it was. So I'm just going real light right now, but we'll go darker here in a bit. I don't know. I know technically it's not fall yet, and the weather certainly doesn't scream that it's fall. And I am gonna wait until actual fall before I put up any Halloween decorations. But there's always houses in our neighborhood. Music got really loud. Hang on. In our neighborhood, there's always those houses that put. Has anybody seen like those big cobwebs where they're like they put them on the like the eaves, and then it stretches down to the yard, and it's just like this big triangle. Anyway, a bunch of the houses in the neighborhood have them, and little Emily lamented last year that we did not, and she's already begun, because we see them already, she's already begun to wink, wink, nudge, nudge, that she would like one of those for our house this year. So, but I am waiting to do any Halloween decorations until we are probably in October. So, you know, officially fall. I don't know, what is officially fall? I haven't even looked it up on the calendar. I'm just using that wheat. You know, we could do a little bit of that glow just on the outside. And there's nothing that says we have to do all orange pumpkins either. I mean, there's green pumpkins, there's all kinds, so we'll mix it up. Given how many pumpkins we have on this page, I don't want to just do them all orange. Okay, so that was wheat. And then let's go ahead. We'll probably end up using white, but I actually want to grab some brown. Do I want to do brown ochre or warm earth? Let's get warm earth, actually. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for more color choices. There it is, warm earth. September 21st, Monday is fall. Okay. All right, so yeah, we'll put up Halloween decorations up in October. Oh no, Kim! Maybe sometime in late November. Seriously, it's kind of ridiculous. All right, warm earth. We all just sit here and stare wistfully at the sky going, please, just a cloud or two would be lovely. Can we have just a slight cloud? That'd be fabulous. Of course, I don't know, man. Depending on how many weeks we're working on this, how cool would it be if I had my hands on the new set before we finish this page? That would be super cool. Let's see, a little bit of warm earth here. Okay, now let's go into the pale cedar again. The 21st every 3 months. Siri said September 22nd or 23rd. I did not, Kim. No, because with the tariffs, it comes out to and shipping. What did you say, Shannon? Like $268. I am holding out hope. Plus, I think you guys said that it was sold out, but I am holding out hope for a US-based distributor, because if it's priced around the same as the 24 set, it should. That's a little bit better. It should only be around 200 and no, what was it? 150. So I'm hoping to get a little bit closer to that price point. Plus, I don't want to accidentally, get hit with any surprise tariffs or anything. So I'm just like, I'm gonna hold off and wait until I know for sure that I can not get hit with any extra tariffs for it. But like I said, I did message them just to see if there was a different release date for those of us in the US, or if, we need to order from them, or like what the deal is with tariffs and everything. I will be getting them as soon as humanly possible. Like I said, when we suspected that might be what it is, I told Steve, I was just like, me want that, me get that. That's what I'm hoping for, Durbin. Like I said, the current price of these is around $52, you know, before shipping or tax or whatever. So I don't know, fingers crossed. All right, let's do a bit more shadow here. I love how smooth and buttery these are. But I was just like, well, I can't have the other ones yet. So I was like, I'll use what I have and dream of the day. Yeah, I wondered that. I wondered that, Kim, if they'll like release it at a certain price point and then change the price to the 24 set to match. Oh, have fun. You're the trainers have to go. Have fun. Oh, nice butterflies. Okay. All right, let's go in with wheat again. But yeah, it should be super exciting. We'll definitely do, like, please don't be mad if most of our color alongs are with the Derwent drawing for a little bit. I haven't been this excited about a pencil release since never? Because most of the pencils I really wanted, they were already out. I usually get excited about, well, I guess maybe like when they release a new set of the Black Widows. That's pretty exciting. I mostly get excited about the books, not necessarily pencils. Now we're going to do a little bit of shadow where this line is. There we go. Probably do a little bit of the ochre here. Actually, I'm curious how many of you, I also know that like it's a, you know, it's not an inexpensive set, but I am curious, are you going to order the new Derwent drawing? Yes, no, maybe. There we go. There we go. We got a poll going. All right. Let's go ahead and, do I want to use a blender or do I want to use the white? I think we'll use the white. I don't use this white very often because like I don't want to blow through it, but if all goes according to plan, I'll have another white at some point. Maybe is eventually. Yeah, I thought about putting eventually too, because I know sometimes it's not necessarily for a lack of wanting, but like I said, I feel you on that one. Like I swear, as the kids get older, things get more expensive. Or just everything gets more expensive. Such is life. Yeah, I'm glad that we went with this lighter color for this one that has the mushroom as the roof. Where is, here's the brush. October 1st, yeah. And like I said, I messaged them, but you know, if maybe, I tried to look through their posts and see if somebody had answered already. So like if they're like, oh, well, that answer is already out there, like we don't need to respond to that one. I don't know. I'm using warm gray now. I tried to look and I haven't, there hasn't been anything said about it being a different release for US, but it hasn't not been said. So that's why I messaged them, because I was like, I'm not sure. Late to the game. Are the drawing pencils, color pencils, or a different type of product? They're these ones right here, the Derwent drawing pencils. People have been asking, oh, hope it went well, Baby File. Thanks for being here. People have been asking for a larger set of these because we have been limited to a 24 set, but they are releasing a 72 set, and people have been asking for this for ages, myself included, and they are releasing that larger set, and it's going to be so, so exciting. No one saw that. Okay, let's do it there. And then let's go in with our Solway Blue. So yeah, I will be very excited, and I just gotta stop pushing so hard. It's one of the reasons why I usually do these pencils on a shorter lead, just because they are so soft. If I put too much pressure, like, they do snap. But yeah, I cannot wait to check out all the colors. But I'll get that chart made up for them. And then that will be like a holding chart. Once I actually have them on hand, how are they compared to Prismas? If we had to compare them to Prismas, I would call Prismas peasants and these queens. Are those color pencils like the Prismas a favorite? Yes, yes they are. It's just the appeal to them is that they are a muted color palette. They're still really soft. They're professional grade pencils. They're soft. They're smooth. Exactly. They're soft. They're smooth. They're gorgeous in every way. Like, even after they get the 72, I'm going to be like, so when's the 120? Or when's the 150? They could continue to expand this out to 300 pencils, and I would be there. Be there like that meme of the guy from Futurama. He's like, shut up and take my money. Like, that's me. That's where I would be. Like, I would say that I like these even better than the Caran d'Ache. I'm not gonna, or the Lumis. I'm not gonna lie. They're light fast, they're smooth, they're gorgeous. It's like one of the first legitimately good muted color palettes that are out there. Like, you convinced me. I wish I had a link to share with you guys, but I don't have one yet. I mean, you can go to Cult Pens, and in fact, if you go through the Derwent website, the UK website, so if you're in the UK, go check out Claire's video and Suzanne's account. I can't remember if she did a short or a video, but either way, they have coupon codes. So if you're going to order them through the Derwent website, go to Claire and Suzanne's videos because they have got a coupon code. I'm going to use the warm gray again. And I want to say it's like 15% off. Not coming, but I've continued to add to all my sets. I'm going to have to put these in order. Right, exactly. What's the biggest set of pencils out there? In general, just like all the pencils, that'd probably have to be one of the Colors. Isn't it the Colors or the Brutes where it's like 520 or something like that? I don't know. Is their number tied to butt ton? A butt ton of pencils. That's that one. The only other like non-budget pencils that I've seen with a large, I say set in quotations, would be the Black Widows, but I say it with quotations because there isn't just one big large set of the Black Widows. They're smaller individual sets, but once you have all of the sets, they all work together, and I think it's, what is it guys, like 180 of them? But yeah. Yeah, and to clarify, like, I'm not getting like paid to promote the drawing pencils at all. Like, yes, it's awesome that they're doing it, but also I love these pencils so much, and I am over the moon excited that they are putting out a new set. We need to get a slightly darker color. Let's get just a little bit of black, like a little bitty bit. Here we go. Yeah, it's about even split, no's and maybes versus yeses. That's fair. Let's see. Do I want, yeah. Do I want chocolate? Hang on, I might use chocolate instead. Oh, she is a 20%. Oh, is that for the US one? Hang on, let me look at her description here. Let's see. Oh, here's what she has at the bottom of her thing. These will be available at Blick. Blick has 50% off Derwent Drawing, Lightfast, and more currently. Here's a coupon for 15% off non-sale items in the USA and the Derwent website. Okay, let's see. Here, I'll share that again. This is the link that Shannon posted earlier. So this is Lindsay's video, which I think is going to have more user-friendly links for those of us in the US. But yeah, it's definitely the chatter of the artistic community are these pencils. Like, it's so exciting. So exciting. Okay. So now we're going to do chocolate. Just a little bit. I just want to make sure we get that shadow in here. Yeah, because a coupon for that is great. Okay, let's get a little bit of that green shadow. And if you guys are curious, this is one of my illustrations. I have all of my coloring pages. I'm having a sale on them right now. The link is pinned up at the top. Green shadow. Let's get pale cedar. Okay. I would say so, yeah. So here's the list of the current one. Like I said, I will do a new one for the larger sets. But yeah, I would say it's pretty, I mean, I don't know what Solway means, but most of these seem pretty accurate for the names. Well, I'm not coloring these days. All right, Della. Like I said, I haven't got any new pencil sets in a while, but it's like this one, I couldn't not get it. Like, no, I needed it. Like, usually I don't do a ton of big purchases, but once I saw everything come out, I told Steve, I'm like, all right, we need to plan ahead because this is getting released potentially. And I really, 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 really want it. He chuckled and he's like, all right. All right, let's see. Let's actually use, we can use pale cedar. Right, Callie? Swatching the new colors last night. They're great, right? They're fabulous. So fabulous. There we go. All right, we're gonna leave that pumpkin as is. We can always darken it up later. We're gonna do the cap here, and I want to do kind of a blue one. So we're going to be using the ink blue, smoke blue, Solway blue. You get the pattern here. All right, give this a quick sharpen. And if you guys missed it, like I said, little Emily is homesick today, so if she needs me, I'll need to pop to tend to her. Okay. All right, so this is ink blue is what we're starting with. So another way to redeem for Quilt Square, when I log in and try, it tells me I have no points. Maybe I've done it incorrectly. Are you logging in with the same email that you use for your YouTube? Because if it's just any other normal email, it's registering whatever email you're using currently for this YouTube. If you put in that, it should register your points. If you still can't quite get it to work, go ahead and shoot me an email and let me know, and I can pull it up. Because if I look, let's see your points here. This thing won't let me like look up partial names. I have to type in like their full names exactly. Christina. You currently have 2,490. And if you guys missed it, I lowered the prices in the quilt shop by 50% because we are streaming 50% less, and it seemed silly to make it less achievable for you guys. So everything is cheaper in the shop now. Okay, so just doing that ink blue. Perfect, sounds good, Christina. Okay, and then we've got like this little one up here. I don't know if we'll make it the same blue, but we'll do this one first and then we'll do that one. Okay, let's see, we're gonna do some here. But yeah, the whole art community, coloring community, we are all abuzz with the news of the new pencils. And like I said, you better believe it, I will be getting my hands on these pencils. I'm not necessarily pre-ordering them because I wanna get the right prices right. But I'm gonna look at Lindsay's links after stream and see what I just bumped the mic, sorry. See what I can dig up. Okay, just going lightly. Oh my gosh, you guys, I forgot to tell you. Could buy another quilt scare, but 2 Kims are redundant for Sarah J. Maas and Brandon Sanderson. There you go. I've got some tea. So you guys know I've talked about our neighbors before and why they keep getting dogs. I'll never know. They just leave them outside. They don't ever interact with them. They are just, for lack of a better term, as much as I love animals, these dogs are a menace. Like, anytime we go in our backyard, they attack the fence in between. Like, all I'm saying is if you share a fence with someone, try to be cognizant of that, right? And so, like, I don't feel comfortable sending, it's all right. Most pencil sets, I know that I'll have inspiration color again like I did in the past. No, yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. If you're not enjoying it, absolutely. But I don't like sending the kids out to the backyard to play because these dogs will bark and react incredibly aggressively to the point where they're like running and jumping at the fence. Like, here's the thing. They leave water out for them and they leave food out for them. But these dogs clearly have no extra outlets for their energy short of, you know, running around in the backyard or whatever. Which they do. They have a run of the backyard. So it's not like they've got them on, you know, a short leash or whatever. But anytime we go outside, these dogs basically attack the back fence. And it's just like, these are big dogs. I'm pretty sure that one of them is like a German Shepherd slash Belgian, what are they, Malinois mix. Like he's a big dog. Like he could be a guard dog, a police dog, or whatever else. Anyway, so anytime I send them out there, the dogs are just like losing their minds on the fence. And it's just like, all it's going to take is that dog to have one good jump and he's going to be in our yard. So we don't generally send them out there, which kind of sucks, but the people next to us own their house. They're not technically breaking any rules. So what can you do, right? There's not much you can do. So I come home from dropping everybody off and we have got, our back door has a window out to our backyard. And usually, you know, in the mornings, I'll open up all of the curtains. I like having daylight in the house and everything. I go to open the curtains on the back door and I look down and their dog, not the big one, because they have like 3 or 4 big ones, and then they recently got another dog, and I say recently within like the last 3 months. They recently got another dog, and it's a tiny little, I know it's a Chihuahua mix, it's not like 100% Chihuahua, but it's little, right? So they have this little tiny Chihuahua, and I go to look out the window, and it's in our yard. And like, you know how like when you try to make sense of things, like I know it's their dog, babe, but in that brief micro millisecond, I was like, I'm sorry, what? Like, what, whose dog is this? What is this? Hi, Josephine. I was thoroughly like confused. And again, it only took me like a micro millisecond to be like, right, it's their dog. And I'm like, okay, weird. So I got a picture of the dog through there. And of course I opened the door to find out how the heck this dog got in here. Cause I'm gonna tell you right now, we don't own dogs. I do not want to step in a doggy bomb in my own backyard, right? But then it's like, okay, how did it even get over here? Because we have a fully enclosed fence. It's not a chain link fence. It is a wood, you know, wooden slats fence. So I go to open the door and the dog books it. And all of a sudden, sounds good, Josephine, he's gone. And I'm like, okay, well, where did he go? I come around the corner. Meanwhile, keep in mind, the bigger dogs are just freaking out right now, but because of course I'm in the backyard, my backyard, they are just freaking out. They are just very aggressively barking up against the fence, all this stuff. I turn around the corner and I look and they have dug a hole from their yard to our yard, enough so that the big dog has like all of his paws are like at least this much is out from under the fence, and the front half of his snout. Like, he is full on trying to like fit himself under this hole. So not only have they dug a hole from their yard to my yard, they also damaged the fence. The dog got a hold of the fence and was like pulling it apart, like pulling chunks of wood off. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? So of course, I immediately go to the next door neighbor's house, and this isn't said in like, I would be careful how to phrase this. English was not her first language, and at the time I was trying, you know, I'm not like an angry kind of like, oh, I can't believe your dog. No. I just went over there and said, hey, just so you know, the dogs dug a hole connecting your yards. Your little dog was in there, and I'm just giving her the facts. But I realized that she was responding to me with just like nods and uh-huhs. Like, she wasn't like, oh no, I'm so sorry, or oh, can I see, or whatever. It was just like nodding uh-huhs. But it was in a way not where she wasn't like caring, but that I don't think she was quite understanding what I was saying, and she just brought the dogs in after that. Needless to say, nothing has happened. The hole is still there. They haven't changed it. But we rent, and so at this point, it's between our landlord and, you know, contacting them and figuring out how to get it fixed, because we didn't want to get blamed. Oh, awesome, Kathleen. Where can I see which charms I've gotten in the square so I won't duplicate them? I do have pictures. I do have pictures on the website, but I haven't updated the pictures yet. Let me grab your square real quick and I can show you. I could see it right there. Oop, I knocked something over. All right, there we go. This one's yours. We got the Heart My Dog and the key. So anyway, I come back home, and of course, you know, I take pictures and I'm texting Steve and everything. So at this point, the landlord has to deal with it. We can't. But I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, it's bad enough that your dog or dogs have literally kept it to where I don't feel safe to send my children out there. But again, they weren't technically breaking any rules. I could never really do anything about that. But it's just like, why do you keep getting dogs if you're not willing to do anything with your... That's the thing, Kim. Like, this is a big dog, and he is scary. And if he has the capability to jump that fence, like, absolutely not. Like, that is not worth it for me. But again, technically, they're not breaking any rules. So anyway, the landlord's going to deal with it now, and they know, and it's all been documented. So yeah, that's what we were talking about for the last hour. Yes, absolutely. There's a reason we're doing these ones, because I can't get my hands on the set yet, so we're living vicariously through those that have obtained it. But anyway, the only funny part of this, so have you guys seen the viral videos going around about how people are getting cement pavers for their cats? So that, because for whatever reason, the cats, right, it's so exciting, Josephine. The cats like to lay on the pavers. And generally the idea is it's because the pavers are warm, right? The pavers are warm, so they like laying on it, yada, yada. So that's the deal. Well, when I had to go to Lowe's a couple weeks ago when I was getting stuff for little Steve's trash can costume, which I did finish it. The trash can costume is complete with trash hat and all, and he absolutely loves it. We have a giant Rubbermaid trash can that gets shifted from place to place in the house and looks just oh so wonderful as decor, but he's happy, and that's all that matters. So anyway, when I went to Lowe's to go get the trash can, they had some pavers there that were just, you know, a couple bucks. And so I was like, you know what, we got 3 cats. I'm going to try it with our cats. Anyway, needless to say, our window, this is a good thing, obviously, because it's good at heating and cooling our house. But the thing is our windows are so good that when the sun comes in the afternoon, it doesn't really heat up like the, hi Dee, we don't really get, you know, I tried to put the slab in the sun ray, but it didn't really work. So the cats were kind of like, mad about it. So Steve's been teasing me about this paver, because it's just, he's like, why do you have a random thing of cement? I'm like, it's a thing. And then of course I told him about it and he was like, okay. Anyway, so when this happened with the dogs, because it was a pretty decent sized hole, and the paver that I got, actually, I wonder if I can, No, I'm like, I could show you the thing, but it shows the neighbors. Oh, hang on, guys. I'm getting a call. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. It was Kiddo's doctor was calling. Right, so excited about the new pencils. Kiddo's doctor was calling, and because we're trying to get her note from school squared away. But we're here now, we're good. Anything exciting happened while I was gone? Let's see. Make sure music's still going. Okay, we're good. We're good. Hi everyone, I'm back. What do we got? Oh, yeah, an add-on. See, I'm so glad I did that because I was just like, it just doesn't seem fair. All right, let's go and zoom on in here. All right, so let's see. Oh, yeah, so the paver. So, you know, he's been teasing me about the paver because the cats didn't end up liking it anyway. But then this thing happened with the dog, and guess whose paver fits the hole exactly, and whose paver is heavy enough that they can't get through it. It's not like we just put a bunch of bricks in the hole. It's a big old paver, and it fits it perfectly. So guess whose paver ended up helpful? So I was being very smug that day. I was like, look at my paver now. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with the fence and everything, but it's out of our hands at this point. But am I severely annoyed at these neighbors for their lack of, I don't know, it's just courtesy, right? It's just courtesy in keeping their dogs from destroying our property. It's like, really? Really, guys? I'm going to put a little bit of this here. So that's all I'm saying. Why get more and more dogs if you're not willing to tend to the ones you already have? Anyway, rant over. Rant over. You know, I think I'm going to use the blender with this rather than the white because I don't want to lose the saturation of this blue at all. We can always add it on top if I feel like this isn't blended well enough. Maybe I will, but I want to get this dark enough first. But yes, you better believe that I'm super excited about these pencils. It's going to be awesome. All right, let's go ahead and use some of this here. But yeah, no one likes to play phone tag with the nurse. And so I was like, oh no, they're calling. But I like missed hitting accept right before it ended. So I had to call them back real quick. But I haven't gotten started. Like I have the stuff that I need for little Emily's costume, but there has not been time to work on it. So I'm hoping, I don't know, maybe I could even rope my mom into helping. But I'm bust out the sewing machine. You do this part, I'll do this part, and we'll tag team it. It'd be great. Like, cause I have a vision for what I want to do. I just need to start putting it all together. Hi, Jen. Family's doing all right. Oldest is homesick today. Little Steve's costume is done. Little Emily's costume, I have the stuff. I just haven't had the time to start making it yet. So fingers crossed things slow down enough that I can set aside a bit of time to do that. I still have, you know, the full month of October, but I don't want to leave it to last minute. All right, so that's the ink blue. We're gonna go back to the smoke blue. Oh, I can't wait for more blues, more greens. It's gonna be fabulous. Nothing? You didn't see that. Nothing happened. I gotta not press so hard with these. Go. All right, then let's grab the wheat. Oh my goodness. Nothing, you guys aren't seeing me. Crumble the tips, definitely not. Totally didn't happen. There we go. All right, I like that blue. I like that blue. I actually don't want to do the mushroom right now. Let's Right? Same. Yeah, that's also partially why I'm waiting until next month. All right, let's do this one. I know I want to do this one orange, so we're definitely going to be using the yellow ochre, the Mars orange. Let's see, let's do ruby earth. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that was little Emily yesterday. Granted, that was a precursor for her actually being sick, but yes, absolutely feel you on that one. And chocolate. So that's what we're going to use. We've got the yellow ochre, Mars orange, ruby earth, and chocolate. So let's see. We got some of the yellow ochre for the light. So we'll continue that there. This one's going to have light. This one's going to have light there. All right, then we've got our shadowy areas, which are going to be directly under these leaves. Oh, I should put my phone on vibrate rather than silent. That way if they call back. There we go. All right. All right, so we're using the chocolate. Just going real lightly. Ooh, so I had this idea in my head the other day. I saw somebody do some scones, like some cheese and chive scones, and I was just like, ooh, that sounds really good. But I made biscuits instead. So I took like a standard biscuit recipe and then I added chives and cheddar cheese and cut up ham to it. And I made ham and cheese and chive biscuits. And oh my goodness, loved them. They were so delicious. I may have eaten about 75% of them. However, in my defense, little Steve doesn't really like biscuits. Oh, and let me clarify, not biscuits as in cookies, the American biscuit. Just the American biscuit. Let's see, let's get some shadow down here. But yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I am so excited for fall too. Just the weather, the treats. I picked up a pie pumpkin at the store this last week that I need to cook down to pumpkin puree. Makes me sad. I know it was, Kim. So for gluten-free biscuits, I actually just do the regular Betty Crocker biscuit recipe, but I just substitute out the flour for gluten-free flour. It still comes out pretty good. Whenever I do baked goods with gluten-free flour, it does like dry out faster. Like the shelf life of them isn't as long, but generally that's not much of an issue because we've eaten them. Rye butterflies, exactly. Little pumpkin people, it'd be adorable. Okay, let's see. Let's leave our shadows like that for now. Let's go in with the Mars orange. Yeah, they were great. I love them. One of these we're definitely going to have to do a green pumpkin for sure. Maybe like this one up here. Okay, so Mars orange. That's the other thing is if you don't have these pencils yet or are getting them, get yourself a dusting brush because it's so soft. If you get like your pencil dust there and you move it, you're just going to smear it across the page. Okay, let's see. We could probably just do a hint of the yellow ochre here. Just the slightest amount. We're going to be doing ruby earth in between the chocolate and the Mars orange. So we'll have more of a blend going on, but we're going to go ahead and lay this all down at the moment. What are you on time, 11:14 already. Oh my gosh. How does that happen? Where does the time go? And I can't really go late today because little Emily will need some lunch. Hi, Connie. How are you? Connie, I can't remember because I know that things are a lot more expensive. Like things that might be inexpensive elsewhere tend to be more, but are you planning on getting your hands on the new Derwent drawing ones? Now we're gonna, terracotta would also be good. Do I want to do terracotta instead? We might do terracotta instead. Hang on, where is it? Terracotta, here we go. Yeah, we're gonna do terracotta instead. Not all of them, I think some. Yeah, that's the nice thing too, is we can get them open stock if there's like just a few that we're wanting. Yeah, I'm glad we did terracotta instead. That works better. There we go. But if you guys want, and if you missed at the beginning, I can show you guys a sneak peek for part 3 of episode 15. That page is done. I just need to finish editing it. And we probably won't do words on stream today because I want to get as far as possible on this page and then go tend to the kiddo. Are the original set apart from the new set? No. So these ones in the original 24 set should, if I understand correctly, they should also be in the new set. Okay. Let's do a little bit more terracotta. Oh my gosh, you guys, we are definitely going to need to do like a portrait with the new set. Yeah, very close. What are we using here? Terracotta, Mars orange, yeah. The sign in with YouTube link is broken. Hang on, let me look real quick. See, it's because I'm, oh no, wait, here we go. Let's do log in. See, it's just automatically logging me in. Have you tried a different browser? If you're still having issues with it, go ahead and shoot me an email and I'll see what I can do about manually doing redemptions after stream. Okay, let's get the Mars orange again. Okay, and if you guys missed it, if you just came in, the prices for the Quilt Square shop are cut in half since I am streaming less. So if you had your eye on something that you're saving up for, it is a little bit more point friendly now. Okay. Look at those colors. They're so pretty. Oh, nice, Michelle. Yeah, I just realized with me streaming less, it was going to make it really hard for anyone to save up for what it is they were wanting. Now, I also have this printed out on my Nina cardstock, so if you're like, why isn't this matching up the way that she's doing it? It's because, yeah, I'm using a really thick paper. It's the Nina, I think it's the Classic Crest. I've got a link for it down below, but I love it. Using that terracotta. Let's get that Mars orange again. Trying to go a little bit harder, but also not too hard because I've already snapped a couple tips. Okay, let's grab the yellow ochre again. Nothing. It's just itty bitty little tips. That's what I keep doing. Right? That's what I was thinking. Super pretty. Let's grab the wheat. There we go. Let's grab the wheat. See if we can smooth this out just a bit more. Okay, they're gonna not let me have these pencils. Like, even if I want to buy them, they're gonna be like, yeah, no, you abuse these too much. You're not allowed. This is why I need to sharpen with the shorter one. I don't think I should sharpen them with the dull one anymore. Hang on, we're gonna empty this one so I can sharpen with the shorter one. I'm gonna be put on like a no pencil list because I can't treat my pencils the way they deserve to be treated. All right, let's see. Let's do the rest of these panels. So let's go ahead and get the terracotta. Okay, these ones are going to be a bit darker because it's away from the light source, so we'll probably do more terracotta than Mars Orange on this one. Right? Right, Dee? Absolutely. Oh, when we were suspecting it, like when we didn't know what it was before, I was like trying to math. I'm like, okay, if they put out a 150 set, it'll be this much. If they put out a 120 set, it'll be this much. Telling Steve, I was just like, no, this, we're doing this. This is happening. Sorry. All right, I'm gonna do full, maybe we'll do a little bit of Mars Orange on the edge there, but that's gonna be mostly terracotta. Same with here. Okay, then we'll go in with the Mars Orange. But yeah, I'm not sure what day I'm going to put up the final part for episode 15. Hi, Angela. How are you? Go. Okay, let's do a little bit more chocolate. Yeah, it's a terracotta. Yeah, I'm excited to look at those emails of like the new color names. Cause like I was kind of like half watching it. I didn't look too closely at the swatches cause I still kind of want to be surprised with how they're going to look. But if I can get oh, nice, Carrie, you got it. If I can get a color chart done beforehand, it'll be all ready to go. And then when I actually get my hands on them, I'll probably redo it for an order, depending on, you know, how I feel about the order that they're in when they get here, but I'll probably do a new one. Yeah, I'm so glad. All right, we're gonna do terracotta. Right, yeah, it's gonna be so exciting. We're all abuzz with the news. Okay, now let's use our blender. There we go. So I'm getting some texture from the paper and texture from the table underneath, just things to keep in mind. But given that we're coloring a pumpkin, it kind of works for it. Are we still in frame? There we go. And using the blender is my way of also helping the pencils to last, because I would not want to press this hard or be this aggressive with the pencils given how soft they are, and it could use them up probably pretty quickly. Okay, let's see. Let's go with a little bit more chocolate. Right? It's so wonderful. The colors are on the Derwent website. Okay, cool. Well, and for my rearranging everything, I'll wait till I can see them in person, just because it's never like the truly true colors they are when you're seeing them like over a screen or, you know, reprinted or whatever else. But yeah, I am super excited. Let's see, let's go here, there. Okay, then we're gonna do the terracotta. Told my hubby that since I'm pretty low maintenance, I can justify the pencils. Don't get expensive shoes, purses. He said that was fair. Yeah, exactly. Wait, hey, what? Did I miss something? Not at all, Shannon, not at all. Nope. In fact, I can't believe they're doing it. Wow. What a horrible marketing decision. Oh my goodness. This is just the worst. I can't believe it. Hey, look, if I can't talk here about how I'm excited about color pencils, where can I talk about it? I mean, I could harp on about the neighbor's dogs again, because boy, do I have some feelings about them. I'm gonna zoom out just a skosh. There we go. Only been waiting 10 years, right? Tell your neighbor's dogs. Hey, man, that would be a viral account. My what, enemies to colorists story arc, where the dogs are terrible, but in the end, the real treasure was the friendship we made along the way. I'll go make friends with the dogs when they stop trying to eat my fence. Or I'll make friends with the pet owners when they stop letting their dogs eat our fence. That would be fabulous. Right? It's genius. We'll go viral for teaching them how to color despite the fact that they don't have opposable thumbs. This looks so much more yellow than it really is. Like, it's definitely, that's a little bit better. It's definitely more of a reddish color in person. Ironically, they're not out right now, which is nice because then that means that it's not super noisy. Let's see, let's get some of that yellow ochre. For me to turn off the background music when listening to, oh, is it too loud? I can turn it down. Because on YouTube, no, it's one that I contribute to. But if it's ever too loud, please let me know. Like, I've moved it down to 1 now. Awesome. See, we're gonna have so many updates to do. Oh, I'm so glad I did that. So I feel like we're coming kind of closer to the end here. Closer to the end of finishing up that quilt. Yeah, is that better now? I've turned it down to a 1. Yeah, see, I only know what I see on my audio mixer. I mean, I could turn it off altogether if you guys don't like it. I don't know, I just feel like it fills the silence if I'm not talking. But I could just turn it off straight up if you guys prefer that. Except barely? Okay. Awesome! Yay! I'm excited to see the quilt finish. I think it's going to look really cool by the time it's done. All right, we're going to drag the shadow of this down just a bit. Okay. And that should finish your skirt. Awesome! Yeah, background music is off. Okay. Yeah, we can pause that for now. And if anybody's watching this back and you agree and the music is too distracting, please definitely let me know. Like I said, because I can't hear what you guys hear. I just choose my volume based on what my, gotcha. Right? It's so good. Yeah, so this is mainly terracotta. This is Mars orange, yellow ochre, and then chocolate. And the chocolate is the one that I'm using for the shadows. And I'm kind of dropping it down a bit. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Now that blender pencil sure helps. I'm also trying to do like bits and pieces because I did have like people ask me specifically about a color along. So yeah, well, it was just the one. It was just the one so far. So this is Mona, but the update is thanks. The update is the prices in the quilt shop they're cut in half now since my stream time is cut in half. Since we're down to once a week, it just seemed kind of silly to keep the prices up when it didn't really work for everyone. Getting that today's word of the day made me think of it's interstice. I can see the neighbor's dog peeking through the interstice in the fence stand. Yeah, there you go. That works. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, they're not out there right now, but hot dang, man. That hole in the fence where they're literally just eating it and digging a hole. Like, it's one thing if they destroy their own yard. I should say my points. Well, when did you redeem yours? Because, like, I refunded some of Mona's because I didn't even have hers. I didn't even have hers, like, redeemed yet. Let's see. Let's look at their redemptions. Let's see. History. Looks like yours was a little ways back. Where is the next page? I'll have to look at it. I'll have to look at it. Oh, a couple weeks ago. Yeah, because I just changed the prices a couple days ago. But you know what? Let's do, for those of you that are you know, like, oh man, let's actually do, let's see if I can do this real quick. We're going to do exclamation point, add points. Let's see, let me double check what the command is. Commands are going to be, let's see, hang on, because there's a thing where I can just add it directly to you guys. Get a quick little boost here. Let's see. Hold on. Bear with. I feel like it's just add points. Let's see if that works. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. Let's go to loyalty. Oh, add points to all viewers. There we go. So those of you that are here now. Okay. You should have 300, or it says it's in a queue, so it may take a minute. Unable to find. Thanks, Streamlabs. Okay, everybody. It may take a minute because it says it's in queue, so it may have to like go through everybody, but I added 300. Okay, so now let's work on, oh, look at that. I smeared it straight across. Let's work on some of these leaves. So we're definitely going to do some olive earth. Let's see, this one is crag green. Yeah, we'll do olive earth, crag green, and I think ink blue, maybe? Actually, maybe we'll do warm earth. We'll mix it up a little bit. Let's see, warm earth. Where did you go? Ah, there we go. All right. I just feel like we're like in the home stretch of the quilt, and I'm excited for everybody to be able to get the points. Snap the lead. Sorry, I'm gonna have my toddler tantrum here. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's all good. All right. Handheld only. Why must you break my heart? Why? You're so... Ready for it? Again. You were the chosen one. You were supposed to bring balance to the pencils, not end them. Okay, I'm good now. For my Star Wars nerds out there. Steve would get it. Steve would get it. All right, so anyway, olive earth. Yeah, I mean, it's not too full yet, but yeah, it's full, but it just straight up snapped off. Of course, now it's proven me wrong because it's too full, but still, the audacity, the rudeness. There you go. Like a little drama on Friday. Exactly. All right, so olive earth, here we go. Like I said, Maybe we'll get the new set before I finish this page and we can do a few touch-ups with some additional greens. 'Twould be fabulous. Okay, let's get a little bit there. Okay, let's see. Oh, Connie, let's see. Connie, I can't remember. Do you have a square? Now with the price changes, you may actually... Yeah, you have enough for a square, Connie. Yeah, because the quilt squares used to be, the one with the stitching used to be 4,000. Yeah, it's all cut in half. So yeah, Connie, you have enough for a square. Yeah, because for the hand embroidered now it's 2,000, and for the vinyl it's 1,750, and then most of all the add-ons are like only 750. But yeah, like I said, I was just like, well, it's less streaming. That doesn't seem fair to keep the old prices if there's not as much opportunity to earn them. There. All right, and then we're going to do the crag green. And then actually, let's do a little bit of, do I want smoke blue or do I want pale cedar? Let's do pale cedar. Or we could do wheat. Actually, yeah, let's do wheat. Oh, I believe there was a command for that, wasn't it? Isn't it? I have enough points with both my login for square is love, laugh, color, too many letters. No, it shouldn't be. Yeah, because I can adjust the font setting and like put them, kind of stack them in a tier. Hang on, there is a command. You can actually give points to one another. I'm pretty sure, hold on. Oh, you know what? I think I put it in the, on the website, on the thing. Because once I figured it out, I was like, oh, I need to put this somewhere where it says. Let's see, it is, hold on. I'm gonna control. Okay. No, it's not that, but I'm pretty sure it's like exclamation point give space the person's name and then the amount of points. Let me just double check real quick. Let's see, there's default. Permit, add quote. Oh, yes, okay, so here, I'm gonna highlight the instructions that it gives, okay? So if you want to give someone points, okay, you do that. So it says give points from a user. You type in the, there we go. Okay. There we go. So where it has the brackets and it says name amount, don't do it with the brackets, but just do exclamation point give. So if I do exclamation point give Nightbot, because I didn't put it. So exclamation point give Nightbot 5. Okay. Unless it doesn't count because I didn't put a capital. Let's see. Exclamation point give Nightbot 5. Unless I just gave it to it twice. Anyway, I have it marked as everyone, so I would say check your points before and after and see if that worked. Okay, let's see. We're using wheat. Let's see. Oh, I did the, what was it? The crag green? Yes. Okay. And we're going to do the wheat. Okay, then we're going to do the blender. Probably email. Because it keeps it all organized for me. Because Instagram's probably the second one, but on occasion a message will get buried with other messages, and so I may not see it in a timely fashion. So probably, yeah, email's probably the best, and then secondary would be Instagram. Okay. And then let's do, do I want to do a bit of smoke blue? Yeah, let's just do a little bit of smoke blue. Okay. And then let's grab crag green. Yes, that one there. Then we need to get in some shadow as well. Thought of being an illustrator for children's book. Adult books don't have pictures that say, right, adult books don't have pictures. That's why I say children. Yeah, sure, I've thought about it. But the thing of it is, you have to have connections to make those kinds of things. The illustrator market for books is very saturated. And a big con for me is that while, yes, I did go to college, I never got a degree. I decided that I really, 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 really didn't like it. So breaking in as an illustrator to the children's world isn't necessarily great. Am I working on breaking into a coloring book? Yes. Yes, I am. I have some connections. I'm working on putting together the proposal for it. Whether or not it'll go through, I don't have a clue, but I have to at least try. Oh, thanks, Kim. You know, you're your own worst critic when it comes to your stuff, obviously. But I do have a hard time saying like, oh yeah, they'll definitely pick me for that kind of stuff or whatever. But for the coloring book, I'm hoping that while, like I like my illustrations for this, and I like the freedom of being able to choose the themes and the things that I want to do with it. Rather than just drawing whatever someone else tells me to draw based on something else. I like the freedom of being able to draw what I enjoy. So I'm working on a proposal right now, but I haven't sent it out because this is going to be like a, I either get it or I don't situation. So I want to make sure that when I send it out, oh, thanks, oh, let me see. Oh no, it says failed. See, but it's like the correct name. Kathleen, just shoot me a message and I can transfer them over. I don't know why it's not working. It should work. I think it gets confused when there's spaces. Oh, wait, I wonder if it's the @ symbol. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. I wonder if it's the @ symbol. Hang on. I'm going to check and see, because Nightbot has like the highest points out of all of them. So Nightbot currently has 33,710. I have 6,090. So I'm going to do !give @Nightbot. Yeah, that's what it is. We got to do the @Nightbot, and I'm going to put 90. Okay. Now let me refresh and see if that worked. Ha! It worked. Okay, it's the @. That's what it is. You got to put the @ before the name. And then if it's successful, then it'll say that thing underneath where so-and-so gave so many points to so-and-so. So yeah, just put an @ before their name. Huzzah! Okay, I'm glad I figured that out. Anyway, so I am working on the proposal for it, and when I am confident in it, then who knows? It may not happen. It might happen, but yeah, for sure, Connie. And if you have any issues, just email me. But if this is going to be my one shot to do it, then I want to make sure I do it right. That way, if they don't accept it, I can be like, well, I literally couldn't have done this any different or better than I did, so it just wasn't meant to be. It's also a matter of like whether or not they're even looking for new illustrators right now, because there's no shortage of coloring book illustrators out there at the moment. And also the market is incredibly saturated with AI as well, which is just so super fun. But anyway, but I'm manifesting it, right? I'm taking the steps. Fingers crossed. We shall see. Ah, perfect. You did it. As I say, I knew I'm missing something. Missing something. All right, so we've got that leaf there. I'm like kind of jumping around so we can try and get enough done, and then I can catch up on the rest of these. All right, let's do the little stem, shall we? Let's grab sepia red. Go. Not using the doll on this one. Aw, thanks. Trust me, if I'm able to do a book, you guys will be the first to know. Absolutely. Unless they tell me like I can't talk about it till it's out. But either way, when I can sing it from the rooftops, yeah, you guys will absolutely be the first ones to know. Because I'm pretty sure that's normal for most contracts too, is that you're required to do, you know, marketing for it and everything. So yes, if it happens, you guys will definitely know. All right, so we're just using the sepia red at the moment. Okay, I want to get in a little bit of green, so let's do the olive earth. Because the stems can sometimes be a little bit green. Okay, and then let's do warm earth. It really is, Michelle. It really is. It's in fact, I was trying to find some reference photos of a dinosaur, specifically a stegosaurus, because on this one, oh, there's a thread. On this one, from this one that I was doing, I was like, I wonder what kind of texture and stuff I could find for this page to see how much more realistic we dedicate the book to me. As much as I like you, I would probably dedicate it to Steve and the kids, most likely. And so I was looking for reference photos, and I needed erasers dry up. Nope. In fact, so I keep mine. I have a glide gear bar that I keep my stuff up to, and I usually keep mine on there. I've had this one for ages. Currently, this is being used to hold a camera cord so it doesn't fall in frame. Multi-useful. Thanks, Josephine. Yeah, this one. So this is the final dinosaur for episode 15. I just haven't edited it yet, so that will go up. But anyway, so I pull up this picture of a stegosaurus, and I'm just looking at its skin texture and its lines and everything. I was like, oh, that's pretty good. And it's sad because I can recognize AI pretty quickly, but for whatever reason, I was distracted yesterday. And I'm sitting there looking at, I'm studying, you know, the texture and the legs and whatever else, you know, obviously because illustrations are going to be drawn. There's no short of, you know, pictures in a museum or whatever, but thank you. So I'm looking at it and I'm kind of studying it and everything. And I'm just like, since when do stegosauruses have 5 legs? I'm like, that's fairly inaccurate. Aw, thanks, Kim. So yeah, needless to say, I discovered that my reference photo for texture was a 5-legged stegosaurus. And I was like, oh, well, that's not accurate at all, is it? I mean, I would say I don't know how they got that out there without noticing it, because it's like one of those things where you can purchase images for like marketing stuff. But I didn't even notice it after staring at it for a while. Hi, V. And it's just like, oh, that's fabulous. That's exactly what I was looking for. Let's see, pale cedar. So yes, word of warning, folks, make sure your reference photos have the right amount of legs. Okay, let's do some warm gray. Fill in the rest of that. And then we're going to use our wheat. Actually, no, we're going to use our blender. 5 feet. Yeah, full on legs here. It was pretty hilarious. After I realized it too, I even called Steve in and I was just like, so I'm looking at this reference photo to see texture on dinosaur skin. And I was like, do you see anything wrong with this picture? And even he, right, Kara? So even he was looking at it for a while and he's like, I don't know, I'm just like, count its legs. And he's like, oh. So you'd think like it's staring at you right in the face. And I was just like, oh, wait, that's not right. I was like, fabulous. All right, new reference photo. I just need to go straight to like looking up museum pictures of renditions of how many legs does this Stegosaurus have? Probably 4, but who knows? Maybe 5. But that just says how easy it is to miss AI. But I will say, people are getting really good at recognizing AI altogether, to the point where like you can almost tell when somebody has written something with ChatGPT or is, doing a speech or whatever. Like there's just a tone that you can tell that it's done by AI. Kim. Yeah, not many photographs of dinosaurs remaining. Well, they didn't take care of their motherboard, and they lost pictures of their childhood. There's a little bit of black here. Just gonna add some texture here. Yeah, I like that. Okie doke. Let's see. Let's do, how much time do we have? We've got, it's 53. Let's do a little bit of, actually, let's do this light and a little bit of the stem here. So we're going to take the yellow ochre. Okay, there, a little bit there. Okay. All right, and then let's do sepia red. I intended this as a light, but you could also just like color it as like an acorn or something. Bye, Josephine. Thanks for being here. I was watching something a while ago. They had found some preserved dino skin. It was actually irritated. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. I love that they're discovering more of that. Kind of like the whole thing where like a lot of the dinosaurs were actually like feathered. It's so cool to see the results from that. And partially it's probably why I get excited about it, because I'm married to an archaeologist. Granted, as much as I tease him, he is not a paleontologist. He is an archaeologist, but I do find the things he finds fascinating. He was on a dig here in Texas, and they found, I forget how many years old it was, but it was thousands upon thousands of years old. This bison skull, they were excavating in a cave, and there used to be water that ran through there. So at some point, this bison died or whatever, and the bison skull was buried in all the dirt and sand. They actually had to, like, it was in like a little cave area, but it was like nearly fully intact. And what I find really cool about it is, let's see, I'm going to grab pale cedar, is the fact that they theoretically were the first ones to see this bison again however many thousands of years ago, right? And it's just really cool. It's like, oh my gosh, this is like, hasn't been seen except by you guys, which I find just fascinating. Now that he's done with his PhD, though, there's not a ton of research in the pipeline, but he's still doing a lot of really cool things. Okay. I am blue. Yes, actually, that's all I've been talking about this strain. But yes, we're very, very excited. We are speculating on the best place for those of us in the US to order it so that we can avoid the extra tariffs. But yeah, I just want to be an archaeologist. He loves it. 80,000. What? But if you run anyone through reverse chat GPT, it wants to call me an AI because of having a little bit of intelligence. Really? 80,000 views this month on YouTube or on your socials? What is that, just like on one view or one video, or is that across all your videos? See, I love, honestly, the amount of time I spend looking at my analytics. Like, it's fascinating to me. I love it. Oh, your blog, Robin Loves Reading. Nice. Okay, put that little yellow ochre there. Let's get a little bit of brown ochre. Yeah, it's rough. It's an average period. Sometimes it's 100,000 in a month. That's where I think I flower the most. Absolutely. Further, the pricing they offer includes the tariff, so it would not be tariffs in addition per pencil price. And I think if it's the same price, like, I might be willing, but part of me is like waiting to see if it will have a similar price point to the 24 count. Because like I said, if we price it out the same as the 24 count, it should come out to about $150 plus regular state tax. So if I can get it for a little cheaper, I will, but it's hard to say what it's going to be when it finally comes around once it's all done. But Shannon shared Lindsay's, the Frugal Crafter, her video and links. And so I'm going to take a look at hers and see if I can get any answers for, you know, if there's going to be any delay in the US, or if they got to manufacture in the US, or whatever else. Okay, let's do Olive Earth. But yeah, I am wanting to see if I can get it at the price that I want first, and then. Yeah, they charge duties. The total price, including that, is $263. So the pencil price plus duties plus tax. Yeah. So if I end up getting it for like $100 less because I waited, that's what I'm shooting for. Discussions on the review group about AI, writing your own reviews. If you saw my process, you might understand. I even put a wee little video up on my YouTube. Oh, nice. I have to went shift to New Zealand. I think Quilt Pen does international, right? Oh, didn't know the price yet. Watch her swatch them live yesterday. Okay, okay. Well, yeah, hers, I could have swore that I'm subscribed to her. Maybe I need to double check that it's. Am I not? How am I not subscribed? Okay, well, I'm subscribed now. It's one of those things that, like, I just go to her channel and watch stuff. And anyway, I'm subscribed now. I totally missed that. Oh, wait, was Linda? Did I miss Linda? Oh, Linda, I'm so sorry I missed yours. I hope you rest up. Headaches are absolutely no fun. Hope you feel better soon. Say, because when they're here, they'll be my greedy little hands. Oh, yeah, mine too. Mine too, absolutely. Like, I'm trying to wait price-wise, but otherwise, yes. Oh, yeah, Shannon, are you streaming today? Yeah, I saw Connie was streaming yesterday, I think. Yeah. And then Shannon was too. All right, Pale Cedar. Or that might have been the day before. I swear, my days are just running together. Honestly, I'm amazed that we stayed this healthy for as long as we did. Color with Claire. It looked great with landscape and portraits. Yes, absolutely. All right, Shannon is not streaming today. Yeah, no, I definitely want to do a portrait when they get in. See, and they're not even pencils that I necessarily like using with Johanna's because her details are so small. But portraits, absolutely. And of course, we're using them with mine today too. But yeah, most definitely. Put a little bit of a shadow behind where that's hanging on the tree. Sepia red. And then I'll get caught up in what we've colored everything for next time too. And then I'm going to edit up that other video, so that will be up at some point also, part 3 of episode 15. And then after episode 15, Shannon, I feel you. Episode 13, we've got this one. I was debating about doing fine liners for this one and then doing painting on this one. But I don't know. There you go. Like I said, sneak peek of part 3. Hold on, my phone's buzzing. Make sure it's not little Emily here. No, we're good. I do like how this is coming along though. I'm pleased with it. Okay, these little things, we're gonna do some, let's see, let's do warm earth. Okay. The idea is these are like little ribbons or little leaves or something that's tied on. Hi, Kelly. Okay, let's do Mars Violet. Okay. Let's do Mars Violet for this one. Okay, let's do a little bit of the sanguine. Nice kind of reddish color. There we go. Okay, let's grab our sepia red. Just a little bit there. Okay, then let's do, this one's gonna have a little bit of glow on it. Oh, right, spring forward, fall back. Oh no, we're gonna lose an hour. When is that anyway? I need to look that up. All right, ink blue. Okay, and then let's get the smoke blue. Okay, and then this one, let's do a green. So let's do green shadow. Where are you? There it is, green shadow. Okay, we'll grab the olive earth. Okay, and then let's do another blue up here. Let's do smoke blue. There we go. All kind of muted tones. Oh, nice, Yana. Sounds good. Jen. Well, see, and that's the thing, is because it's such a small one, like, I feel like fine liners go well with Lost Ocean-esque stuff. Because I tend to do like stippling and pointillism a lot when I'm using the fine liners, especially if you're using a water-based marker. Like there's a very high chance of it being streaky. That's why a lot of people like the alcohol markers, because they come out less streaky. Angela? 3 a.m. Oh no! Going to Canton on the 1st and are super excited to be able to sleep in an extra hour on Sunday. That'll be awesome. Peopling can be hard. I find... Oh, shoot. Ah, dang it. I missed the nurse again. Okay. All right. I just missed the nurse again. I need to go ahead and head out so I can give her a call back so I can get this doctor's notes squared away. But yeah, so I'm going to get caught up on this little area here for next time, but we'll keep working on it. If you guys missed this page is on sale along with all my other coloring pages over in my Etsy store. So if you have had your eye on any, feel free to grab them. Yeah, that's about it. Remember, the prices for the Quilt Square stuff is cut in half now. So if you've been waiting to get something, go ahead and do that. You can redeem them. You don't have to redeem them like while I'm live. So I'll see it show up on the thing. But anyway, all right, everyone, I'm gonna head out and go try to connect with this doctor's office, and I will chat with you all later. All right, bye.